Hey everyone, this is Rachel. That's Rebecca. We're identical twins. We are supposed to be on a break for January, but we are having an emergency episode because this Idaho affidavit just came out and we need to rehash it. Rebecca has not read it yet. It is, right now is January 5th, 2:20 p.m. Rebecca's been bogged down in stupid corporate life. She has not read a single word of it. And I was like, oh my God, maybe we need to record this. So
right, I'm very excited. I have about 160 missed texts. So
yeah, this is going to be an episode that we publish on our own. Like, it's probably not even going to have the intro. We can't edit really. I mean, we're amateur status, so we're going to be real careful not to like push any rumors, or we'll note if any speculation, although everything in this affidavit is obviously fact.
Yeah. And if we screw up, we screw up.
That's just
that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And that's life, man.
We're only human. Okay, so I was reading this and I was kind of jotting down notes. So if this is, I'm just reeling. It's chilling. Okay. I'm going to go through the entire timeline of the investigation, but first, just a couple of things they found at the crime scene to clear up some of the rumors. Ethan and Xana were found in her room, although the affidavit states that just before her room is a door to the bathroom. I wasn't 100% clear if she was in the bathroom and he was in the room, or they're both in the room. But either way, Ethan was not found in the kitchen or in the hallway, as a lot of people have said. He was in her room. Kaylee and Maddie were in Maddie's room, and the dog was in Kaylee's room. There was a knife sheath lying next to Maddie's body. It had a U.S. Marine Corps stamp on it, and it had male DNA on the button snap of the sheath. So, also, other things from that night. Xana had a DoorDash delivery at 4 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah. So, one of the surviving roommates, Dylan, was asleep but was woken up at 4 a.m. by what she said sounded like Kaylee playing with her dog. Soon after that, she heard either Kaylee or Xana say something like, "There's someone here."
Oh, I just got chills.
Oh, God, it gets so much worse.
Oh, God.
There's someone here. Dylan said she thought it was Kaylee, but Xana's phone record shows that she was on TikTok at 4:12 a.m. So obviously she was awake, so it could have been her, but she said to the police that she thought it was Kaylee.
Well, if she got DoorDash at 4 a.m., then yeah, it's probably
she's
Xana.
awake.
Yeah.
Well, or they're both awake.
Yeah. No surprise there, though.
Yeah. So Dylan looked out her bedroom window when she heard that and said she didn't see anything. She opened the door to her bedroom and heard what she thought was crying from Xana's room, and heard a man say, "It's okay, I'm going to help you."
Oh, my God.
At 4:17 a.m., the neighbor's security camera picked up the sound of a dog barking constantly, and voices or a whimper followed by a loud thud. And that camera is less than 50 feet from Xana's bedroom wall. So I'm thinking it came from there.
Oh, my God. The security, the ring?
Yeah, some sort of camera, some sort of recording device.
Damn.
After this, Dylan opened her bedroom door again. I have chills. And saw a man dressed in all black with a mask on that was covering his nose and mouth walking toward her. He was 5'10" or taller, bushy eyebrows, and was athletic but not jacked, not muscular.
Coming towards her, Dylan?
Yeah. Saw her. She froze in shock, and the man walked right past her and towards the back sliding door.
Holy shit.
So she locked herself in her bedroom. When they were processing the crime scene the next day, they found a shoe print outside of Dylan's bedroom that looked like the outline of a Vans shoe. So they had they had evidence. As we know, security footage is what led them to the white Elantra. Holy shit. CCTV and cell phone records. I
know.
am dying. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
What? I know
I'm sorry. I know my heart is broken for Dylan and the therapy she's going to have to go to. But I can't believe, I mean, obviously there's a reason, and I've never been put in this situation, so fight, flight, or freeze. And she froze and probably froze for hours, clearly, but like, I would be like, hey, Xana, who the fuck was that? Or like, just yell out, or, or like, if he's in a mask, I'd be like, whoa, I'm going to call the cops right now. Who was that?
I know. And I'm like, he saw her, right? Like, what? What's going on here? And
oh yeah, maybe she froze in like a sad hot closet or something. I don't know. Maybe she stepped out of the way.
I don't know. Based on what it sounds like the layout is, I don't know if that's possible. But I don't know what happened between 4:20 and noon when the police were called.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Or wake up the other surviving roommate because they live downstairs together, right? And be like, listen. Should we go check? I don't know.
No,
I don't want to go there. I feel horrible for the two surviving roommates. I did not know Dylan had like a almost interaction with them.
Oh my God. I just feel for her so much.
Me too.
So yeah, security footage obviously led them to White Elantra. They're able to piece together a timeline of the Elantra starting around 3:29 a.m., during which he passes their house like 3 times, parks, and then leaves the house going very fast at 4:20 a.m.
Oh, so the famous CCTV that wasn't at like 3:45. That's him going there.
I think so. Yeah. And so once they determine the car, they're given access to CCTV footage from Washington State University in Pullman, showing a White Elantra driving from campus onto the highway towards Moscow around 2:53 a.m. and then returning back to campus around 5:27 a.m. With all the footage from Moscow, they were able to determine that the Elantra was somewhere between a 2011 and 2016, but now with the WSU footage, they narrow it to 2014 to 2016. So on November 25th, Moscow PD asked like local law enforcement agencies in the surrounding area to be on the lookout for this White Elantra. I guess this was done quietly because they didn't announce this to the public until December 7th. That's when they were like, everyone be on the lookout. Mm-hmm. So on November 29th, a Washington State University officer queried White Elantras registered to the university and found that there was one 2015 Elantra with a Pennsylvania license plate registered to Bryan Kohberger, and he lived 3/4 of a mile from the intersection that the camera last picked up the White Elantra pulling back onto.
Oh my God!
Into Pullman.
They've really narrowed in these details. I love it.
Oh my God!
I'm sure all affidavits are like that, but still,
yeah. The Pennsylvania license plate, it gets dicey because they then go to the apartment that's listed in the address, find the Elantra, run it, but it's a Washington license plate. He had just changed it over because it was about to expire. That's neither here nor there, but like if you do read the affidavit, it goes into how at first they were looking for Pennsylvania with this number and then realized that he changed. Anyway, so they run the license plate from the apartment complex parking lot. His driver's license showed that he's 6 feet tall, about 185 pounds, and he has bushy eyebrows. Matches what Dylan saw.
Right.
They also got the body cam video from a traffic stop back in August in which Bryan provides his cell phone number.
At the traffic stop?
Yeah. I mean, he asked for it, so he gives them the cell phone number. So they get a warrant to determine cell phones that ping near King Road, which is their house, on November 13th between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. His phone did not ping during that time. But for someone with a master's in criminology, you know to either turn off your phone or leave it.
Yeah.
So that would have been shocking. So they got a warrant to get AT&T records, because that's his cell phone provider, for historic activity on the phone between November 12th and to November 14th, because as they've seen, if you're going to commit a crime or planning to, you're going to case the place out. And usually when people do that, they don't think to leave their cell phone because they're not about to commit a crime.
Yeah.
They found that on November 13th at 2:42 a.m., the phone was at Bryan's apartment, but at 2:47 a.m., it starts moving and travels south, consistent with the Elantra's path. Then the activity stops, like he turned it off, and doesn't show anything until 4:48 a.m. when it's tracked on Highway 95 south of Moscow, then travels west, and then finally north, pulling back into Pullman at 5:30 a.m., which is consistent with the white Elantra being seen on campus at 5:27. Mm-hmm. The scary part.
This hasn't been the scary part?
Everything's the scary part, but this, like, I had to reread this 100 times because I was like, oh, God. They then see cell phone activity showing that around 9 a.m.
The following day?
On November 13th.
Oh, okay. Day of the murder.
Yeah.
Just to keep everyone in the loop.
Day of the murder. After the murders have happened. 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. He leaves his apartment and his cell phone pinged near the King Road house between 9:12 a.m. and 9:21 a.m. He went back there and just sat for 10 minutes. He then returns to Pullman at 9:32 a.m. So he went back to the scene, and like cops weren't even called yet. Oh,
yeah,
God. I just wonder what was. Oh God,
probably just to go see if like cops were there, if anything had happened yet.
I know, it's so gross.
Ew, it's so creepy. I'm glad he didn't think to turn off his phone or leave it then, but my God, he's probably up all night, not thinking straight at this point.
Yeah. So then they're like, well, wait a minute, let's go even further back with records. And they pull everything from June, which is when he opened his account with AT&T, June 2022. And between June and the night of the murders, his phone pinged near that King Road tower at least 12 times, all of which except for one was very late at night or very early in the morning. So,
oh my God.
Indicating he's stalking them.
Yeah.
One of these times was on August 21st between 10:34 p.m. and 11:35 p.m. And remember that routine traffic stop where he gave out his phone number?
Yeah.
That happened that night at 11:37 p.m. So he had just gotten done stalking him because he was pulled over by Lada County Sheriff. Is it Lada, which is Moscow.
Oh my God.
Lord. So.
Well, I was going to say, not that I would ever give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, I wonder if he had, I don't know, has a second job over there, a friend over there, a cousin over there, but not if you're going at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Yeah, sorry, bud.
Yeah.
You're a psychopath.
Right. And by this point, if it was all a big misunderstanding and you have a white Elantra in the area and they're screaming from the rooftops they need to speak to whoever has a white Elantra, you would have gone and been like, I do go to Moscow a lot, but my cousin lives there, you know.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We already addressed that in the podcast.
So quit defending them.
I'm just staying ahead of potential questions our listeners have, you know?
Well, a few more things.
Oh, my God.
So they had the Elantra information and Bryan's name, car, license plate, all of it, by November 25th, and received notice that he was spotted traveling through Colorado on December 13th, then Indiana on December 15th, which is why the FBI had police pull him over, which is, I love that. I don't know why.
I do too.
It's badass. If y'all have not seen, Bryan got pulled over twice on his long road trip. Both of which were directed by the FBI to law enforcement to like, hey, pull some routine traffic stop and get a look at this guy's hands. Mm-hmm. Which is funny because when I first read that and was like, he got pulled over twice back to back for following too closely. Like, how close is he? And then I saw the video and I was like, he's not that close.
Well, one was speeding, one was tailgating. But 2 days ago, it came out, and I was like, oh, so they have him on a body cam, coincidentally. That's good. And then it comes out like, nah, that was on purpose.
So good. I love
so badass. Like I know, so badass.
Well, it gets even more badass because...
And I kind of can't believe, that he had injuries a month later. Like, how, damn.
Oh, well, I can't tell. I can't see his hands really in the camera.
Oh, I think I saw an article, or Barrett said that the news reported that they did see wounds on his hand. I'm like, a month later? Oh my God, who was fighting?
Probably healing. Yeah, if you accidentally cut yourself with a knife, it's not going away.
True. Yeah, that's true.
And by the way, when we say badass, we're talking about like the FBI and all these like secret tactics.
Obviously.
I don't know.
You're an idiot, Rach. Come on. How stupid do you think everyone is?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. You never know what things are taken out of context. Okay. So they had all this information. They had his name, everything. Pretty soon after the murders, November 25th. I mean, sooner than everyone thought, obviously. They received notice that he's traveling. But a bulk of the case didn't come until those cell phone records. And they're like, oh, he was clearly stalking him. That was all December 23rd.
Oh, okay.
So with that, they had reason to sneakily get DNA.
I knew that's how they did it, yeah.
Which is, I love it so much. The thought of being like, oh, okay, we're not going to ask you for your DNA because we don't want you to know that we know. But sure, throw away that coffee cup. That's a good idea.
Right. Put out that cig.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah. Litter, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Litter. Please.
Oh my God. Hawk a loogie on that sidewalk right now. Do it. So from December 23rd to the 27th, they're in Pennsylvania. They're staking him out. And on December 27th, they get trash out of the bins at his parents' house and matched the DNA against the DNA found on the snap button that was on the knife sheath. And it came back with a 99.9998% certainty that the trash on the DNA belonged to the biological father of the knife sheath DNA.
God, science is so fucking cool.
I mean,
it's all chills.
I'm reeling.
Chills have not left my body. This badass detective work. All those detectives, Moscow PD, Pennsylvania PD, I hope y'all all got laid.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's also badass that the detectives up until the arrest, there were just weeks on weeks of people being like, y'all are incompetent. How do y'all not have a suspect? And they're just like, we know who did it. Calm down.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Well, I know.
You love that, but what's the alternative? Them saying, "Hey, leave us alone. We have evidence." Like,
no, I know
they can't do that.
It's true. But I just love.
I'm sure they're used to taking it until
press conference after press conference. They're just like, we know what we're about to report is going to get everyone mad, but y'all don't know shit. And so they're just putting on a big show.
I wonder what they said in like the war room to debrief the press conference. And those fuckers.
Right. Yeah, you are going to be shut up real soon. I'm so happy for the families, the victims. And when they did make the arrest, just a shout, we went live on our Instagram to show the press conference and people joined. But when I replayed it, it was very, very staticky. It literally sounded like white noise. I don't know if y'all heard that, but sorry if you did. That's why we took it down. Just throwing that out
there. To know who he was obsessed with. Where was the knife found?
Next to Maddie's body.
So she was the last one killed?
I would imagine.
Huh. So was she the target? He was getting everyone out of the way? Or
I don't know.
I need to know that. This fucker better talk.
I don't know about that. I hope he gets real cocky, even though he has a public defender. I want him to be real cocky and try to defend himself.
Oh, yeah. That would be amazing.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I just, can't believe it. Yeah, I'd hope he talks or I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but the biggest shock was Dylan's take.
I know.
I was certain. I was like, they just slept right through it. How horrifying. Right. No, that's not the case at all.
I know. And that can shut everyone else up too. How would you not be able to hear it?
I know, but now it's going to raise questions about why she didn't call 911. But I don't know. You just don't know. And you don't know her state. They were still out. What if she was am I drunk? Right. I don't know.
And they're college kids. And it was November in Idaho. So I imagine it's a cult, not necessarily a ski mask, but something like that. And they're at a fraternity party. He could have been like, oh, I guess Evan's friend is leaving for the night. They late nighted.
But he's covered in blood. Probably.
Oh.
He didn't clean up. He was only there for 15, 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, but in that state, you could rationalize something away. Maybe it was dark. Maybe he passed her because it was pitch black in their room.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to speculate on here. All speculation.
Yeah.
So that's our emergency episode. I really wanted to hash that. Isn't that insane?
That's insane. I need raises almost more questions. Who is he stalking? Stalking since June.
I mean,
What happened in June? Or any other, like, I don't know, again, speculation, just conversations with my sister people. They're like, are any of their birthdays in June? Did they have a big party where he may have met one of them? I was going to say Maddie, but that's speculation too. Met one of them and just became obsessed.
Right. I know.
What happened? What the fuck is wrong with you? What happened that night? What happened to you growing up? What is wrong with you?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm also relieved because I've seen on the forums, on the countless everything, a million times that, like, if they have his DNA in the house, he's going to explain it away by, like, it's a party house. He came by there for a party. But I'm like, not on the knife sheath. No. That won't do.
That won't do. And the Elantra. Like, it's the smoking gun. Like, we're done with the denial. I don't even know if he's denying it at this point, but I'm sure he is.
Bravo, all the security cameras, all the CCTV.
Moscow.
Pullman, all of them.
Pullman. We're chanting all the PDs.
FBI.
What an idiot. I hate him.
I cannot wait for them to dig into the trial's probably not going to be televised. I hope it is, but I want to, like you said, dig into, like, what was going on.
Right.
And how did he know him?
Also,
he just opened his account.
hold on.
He just opened his cell phone account in June. He could have been doing it for a year.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
We don't know when he was doing it.
Oh, that's a good point. Who's his old provider? Surely FBI can get that.
I don't know.
If they don't have it already, I'm sure they're working on it. This makes me now want to go through that TikTok that I posted and reply to every commenter. He was like, y'all, this is so cruel. Watch this guy be innocent. Blah, blah. Guys, I posted a TikTok, which I guess speculating that Bryan posted on Facebook and TikTok, and there are a bunch of people being like, we don't even know if he's the murderer. Like, so much for innocent till proven guilty. I'm like, a lot of comments a lot of supportive comments, but I'm like, I got in trouble with a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I know. But I mean, he hasn't been proven guilty yet, so technically they could still argue that. But I'm like, come on. And people were defending the anonymous page you were calling out. But I'm like, it's an anonymous profile. We're not calling out a person. This person will not say their identity.
Right.
So it's an anonymous. You called out, like, air. I mean, we don't know. Whatever.
Right.
I'm over that.
I didn't name anyone because the name is fake. It's anonymous. Ugh, whatever. Get off TikTok and stop clicking on true crime hashtags if you don't want to see the gossip, the discussions. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was our emergency episode.
Holy shit.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Let's hear what you think. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Justice for those 4 victims.
No
is all
shit.
I'm screaming.
No shit. Any forum will do. I could talk about it all day.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.